water that will ever be is right now. The water we drink today is the same water the dinosaurs drank. But we forget that the water cycle and the life cycle are one. Our planet's water is in peril. 1.1 billion people can't get safe drinking water. Nearly 90% of world illness is caused by tainted water. Farmers can't get water to grow food to feed the world. And irreversible pollution and overpumping of aquifers have depleted our freshwater supply. A child somewhere in the world dies every 8 seconds of waterborne disease. Soon, 3.4 billion people will live in countries defined as water scarce. Here in the U.S., 36 states expect water shortages within a decade. It's hard to imagine the pending crisis, especially in upstate New York, where clean, fresh water is so abundant that more than 1 billion gallons a day are delivered to New York City and consumed unfiltered by 9 million people. But imagine the crisis we must, and a water discovery center in Arkville, New York will do just that. This global resource in the Catskill Mountains will use an incredible 43-acre site, itself a microcosm of a watershed, to highlight the problems we face and the solutions we can collectively create. The center's home already features a mountain backdrop, a river, and wetlands. A natural living classroom and outdoor laboratory already exist. Site development will include buildings and staging areas that will tell, in dramatic and compelling fashion, the story of water and the water cycle, the growing water crisis, and how to save the planet with effective water management, conservation, and protection. A stunning marker building evocative of the surrounding mountains will itself demonstrate how a watershed works. Innovative technology from waterless appliances, gray water reuse, photovoltaics, geothermal energy systems, and LED lighting will demonstrate best practices in construction that minimize impact and carbon footprint. Building and environment will merge with a 25,000 square foot green roof garden that blends with natural surroundings. A natural watershed, well protected and cherished, will be understood as the 8th wonder of the modern world. At building entry, visitors will immediately sense the enormity and significance of water in their lives and around the globe. They may begin their journey with a film explaining the hydrological cycle, water's journey, or start from a Catskill launch pad that will invite visitors to learn more about the Catskill region after their on-site explorations of the center's educational environment. 60 exhibits will be as stunning as the external site. Every aspect of water will be covered. How we collect it, protect it, store it, transport it, and use it. Protection and conservation of water by individuals and institutions, corporations and governments will be an important focus. An area called Water as the Basic Element of Life will tell the water story, explain how wetlands work, and teach visitors about the origination of potable water. In murals, scientific demonstrations, quiz panels, and dramatic photography, guests will begin to understand water from both scientific and spiritual perspectives. Exhibits arranged by themes will be either self-guided and interactive or expert-directed with in-person educators. Another section, The World Water Crisis, translates powerful newspaper headlines and radio stories into compelling attention grabbers. The results of pollution and pumping all over the world will be graphically demonstrated, and with an interactive program, people will make water use decisions that can kill or cure the planet. Mini theaters and video cubicles will describe water problem areas in places like India, China, the U.S., and Africa. Moving from crisis to solution, the Saving the Planet area will exhibit major trends from wind solar, tide, and wave power to desalination and green construction. Landmark environmental protection agreements between New York City and its Catskill watershed communities have protected water for over a century. Experts from the world over already visit the region to marvel at what is probably the world's greatest watershed role model. That model, a brilliant combination of technical genius and progressive political innovation and cooperation, will be showcased in effective water management. Lost towns, flooded to create reservoirs, will be memorialized, and visitors will learn how management of a watershed environment impacts those who live and work there. A highlight of the exhibit, and indeed the center itself, will be the Watershed Aqueduct Experience, in which visitors will be immersed through sight and sound in a virtual watershed tunnel, demonstrating a 20th century engineering marvel expected to remain in use for another 100 years. Conservation and protection will offer ideas for individual action. Coupling education and public awareness with family fun and discovery, the center will marshal research and innovation to educate the world on the problem and to inspire personal action and collective responsibility for the solution. A research institute associated with the center will translate the most current and scientific studies into language and context easily understood and applied by the general public. Classrooms and theater space will augment the educational mission, and busloads of students and seniors are expected to use the direct access to the outdoor living laboratory areas. In short, the Catskill Water Discovery Center, its buildings, exhibits, and educational outreach will create, launch, and sustain a global outreach effort at a critical time in the planet's history. To make all of this happen, we have initiated a $25 million capital campaign which, when fulfilled, will ensure that we can focus not just on problems that exist, but on solutions we can embrace. An investment in the Water Discovery Center is an investment in tomorrow, our tomorrow. The hour is late. Please join us.